Hey, 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 welcome back. Another episode of Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals. You can see, holy cow, I got a pal again, and it is the illustrious Jenni G. Welcome back, Jenni G.
Thank you.
I had to get you back on, and we're gonna talk about this here in a little bit, and why I invited you back for the second time. You are now the second person who has had two pal spots. So you and Amber.
Nice.
This girl power thing. I always get the best ratings when I have a female on. Thank you so much. I'm all about female empowerment, and thank you for getting me the numbers. It's all about you ladies. It has nothing to do with me. So I definitely appreciate it. I'm glad you're back on. I am happy to announce that this is actually going to be the season finale of Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals, because we're going into the new year, right? Yesterday was Christmas 2025. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, all that good, all the holidays, all the Christmas stuff, all the greatness, whether you like Santa, you like Jesus, either way, they all have the different paths, same vision, right?
Yeah.
Good stuff. I had a really good time. I was able to see my family on Christmas Eve. Did you have a good holiday season?
I did. We went to Christina's house for Christmas Eve.
Awesome.
With the family.
Yes.
It was nice. We had a good time. It was
That's
very relaxing.
Great. Did you eat food?
We did. My sister made her famous chicken Alfredo.
Like how famous?
Her chicken Alfredo is pretty good. It's pretty good. And then Daniel, her husband, made an oxtail soup.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It is amazing. I don't eat the oxtail though. It's not my thing.
No, you just drink the soup.
Exactly.
Yeah, little spoon.
We're just like, eat the oxtail. I'm like, no, I don't like eating the butt. He's like, it's not the butt, it's the tail. I'm like, it's the butt.
Yeah, no, the butt is the butt.
No,
it's the butt of a joke.
I mean, the flavor it leaves in the soup is good, but I just leave that out.
It's good. I love a good soup. It's soup season.
Yes.
It's soup season.
Yes.
We're conjugating around food.
Yes.
Right? Because the reality is that today's episode, and we're going to get into that, is centered around food.
Yes.
Particularly one meal of food. And you're back with me today, ready to potentially lose your tough girl image and reputation. Yes. Right?
I'm just here for the carbs and the chaos.
You're just here for the carbs and the chaos. We did go to breakfast today, and we had some carbs. There wasn't a whole lot of chaos.
No.
That's nice what the show is for, right? Yeah. We're going to bring the chaos into here. So we want to thank everybody for listening to the entire season. And we really appreciate all of the listeners, the viewers. It's turned out to where people are starting to watch the YouTube more, which I guess they just want to see our smiling faces.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're a cheeser, I'm a cheeser. And cheese.
I know.
Cheese. And it's been an incredible vibe, an incredible ride. I am overwhelmed by this success, because I look at even having one listener. If it's just Kyle Reed listening to the show,
yeah,
I'm like, bro, Kyle doesn't even have to call me once a week. He could just listen, and then he'll just say, man, I listened to the show. I'm here to follow up with what you said. Just having one listener is huge. Being in different countries is huge. Having over 100 views on any given YouTube is huge. Having hundreds of listens and thousands of listens on the Spotify, just incredible. I got people over in Montana listening to us, people over in Arkansas listening to us. Holy cow, we know about the Moroccan and the Australian listeners. We love you. Thank you so much. This is going to be the season finale, because we got some big announcements coming up for the next season, to include, I might as well let the cat out of the bag right now. My dad was in the hospital yesterday. It's kind of a sad time at the Schaaf house, because Poppin, I'm gonna hit. Let me see if I hit the right button. That's not the right one.
No,
I did not. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Pop was in the hospital. Don't worry, he's getting breathing treatments. It's stuff. This happens when you get older. And I was talking to him as he was laying in the hospital bed. I was there, and he said that he wants to come on the podcast.
I love that.
This is why I do this podcast.
I want to hear his stories.
He is the ultimate storyteller. So next season sometime, we don't know exactly what episode, we're going to get old Sonny Schaaf on the show. We're going to get, Dad Schaafy on, the original Schaafy, the OS, the OG of Schaafy's. Yep. We're going to get him on, and he's going to tell us some great stories, and he'll probably tell you to clean your room and wash behind your ears. And that's just how he does things. He's gonna teach you how to clean a room. So look forward to that. Look forward to having some more guests on. Looking forward to having Jenni G back. Looking forward to the new logo that we had built. Looking forward to getting some merch. We're going to get some social networking before all of that rolls out for season 2. It'll all be up and running, and we'll have some great, exciting stuff. So before we light this match, we have a mandatory message from our high-powered legal team, which is Dustin S. Bunny Esquire. And I had to show you, my rabbit is a lawyer. You can see from the picture here that he has glasses, a bow tie, and a briefcase, and that's what constitutes being a lawyer. He's a high-powered lawyer. We live in a land of make-believe. This entire podcast is comedy fiction. Yeah, I do bring up some truths and some facts, but we're here for fun. But my lawyer, Dustin, has some things he wants to say to you. So, Dustin, if you please.
Ahem, ahem, ahem. Listen up, peasants. I should do this. Listen up, peasants. Be advised that the views and opinions regarding breakfast, syrup, syrupiness, and toasted items expressed herein are solely those of Schaafy and his human pal. They do not reflect the views or opinions of their employers, their landlords, or the International Carrot Federation. Furthermore, any resemblance to actual breakfast foods, living or fried, or any similarity to real people or events is purely coincidental. Don't sue us. I don't have pockets for money. I'm a rabbit. I only have fur for justice. Back to you, Schaafy. Play that awesome theme song.
Unpopular Opinion, that's the name of the show. Hosted by Schaafy and some pals that he knows. We'll have a heart-to-heart, so tune in and subscribe. It's Unpopular Opinion and a hell of a vibe. Love it or dislike it, it's all just the same, because Unpopular Opinion is there in the name.
Unpopular Opinion. I love that rabbit.
It's very catchy.
I love that dog. I've said this on the podcast before. I wrote that theme song for Dustin. It was a song that I wrote about my rabbit. And it goes, I have a rabbit named Dustin Bunny. He's so fucking funny. He likes to chew on things like carrots and shoes. He always cheers me up when I got the blues. Dustin, 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 Dustin. He's heard this song a million times. He's in the other room. He's like, first I'm a lawyer, now you're writing songs for me. I love that dog.
He's like, am I going to get paid?
He does. I upgraded his bedding.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. When I stopped drinking, and it took about 6 months for me to get back kind of on pace with my jovial, fun self. I was very anecdotal, if you will. Anecdonia is just the inability to find pleasure in the simplest of things. Like, oh, a rainbow. And I'm like, meh. You're just meh the entire time, right? Yeah. And after about 6 months of sobriety, I started to break out of that anecdonia, shell that my endorphins started going. I was starting to get happy again. Yeah. The chemicals had been changed. I was rewiring for the better.
It's how you mentally think too. Like when you're constantly thinking positive. And so I feel like when you're in that depression, like you constantly think negative things. And so to get out of it, you have to think positive and happy thoughts.
100%. And when you first have this trauma, or you're letting go of something like a chemical, right? You can't find that happiness. Even you can't find those happy thoughts. It's just, it's not that you're depressed or you're really sad. It's just not there. Yeah. And it's like you can be doing the greatest thing. You could be on a roller coaster and be like a person who loves roller coasters, and you just can't find the roller coaster fun. You're just like, meh, whatever. I'm on a roller coaster. It's cool that I'm doing this. But that was me. And the day that I figured out that I broke out of that shell and I was kind of back, like Schaafy was back.
Yeah.
And we had killed the other person, the other alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
And like he was shaft nuts, he was gone,
Yeah.
right? Which was the goal. Was I was at a PetSmart and I was buying bedding for Dustin. And I'm a funny guy. I like to joke around. I like to have fun. And the gal behind the counter was like, "Hey, sir, did you find everything okay?" And I got these 2 big giant bags of bedding of pine shavings, pine bedding for my rabbit underneath my arm. And I had, my beard was pretty thick at the time. It was pretty bushy. And she goes, "Did you find everything okay?" And I go, "I did. This is a great deal, but I have a concern." And she goes, "Oh, what's your concern with the bedding?" And I go, "Yeah, with this bedding. So I don't think I'm not using it right. I don't think I'm using it right." And she goes, "Oh, I can help you with that. Walk me through how you're using it."
Yeah.
And I go, "Well, I normally just dump the whole bag out. And then when I wake up in the morning, it's like stuck in my beard. And I don't know, am I supposed to put this bedding under my sheets or on top of the sheets?" And she goes, "What? Sir, are you, what? What?" And I'm like,
she's probably all confused.
She right.
What is going on here?
And I go, "Yeah, I just don't know, because I got this beard and it's just everywhere and it's kind of itchy. It's not." So I put it under the sheets, right? And she goes, "Sir, you're not, I don't really know how to tell you this." And I go, "Yeah, I mean, just help me understand. It goes under the sheets?"
Yeah.
And she goes like, "Sir, I don't think that." And then she stops and she's like, "Well, you're fucking with me, aren't you?" And I go, "I'm totally fucking with you." And she goes, "This is awesome," because I just got this grin like, "Help me."
Yeah.
And that's the thing, when you ask somebody to help, like, "Can you please help me?" They want to help.
Yeah.
Right. They're in a customer service position.
Yeah.
And so, and I know that.
Yeah.
And so I'm confusing her. And luckily there was nobody in line, or else I probably wouldn't have done that. I don't like to chit chat and joke around when I don't like to hold other people up.
Yeah.
And so she goes, "That is hilarious." And I was like, "Oh, thanks. I appreciate that." And she goes, "Can you do that again?" And I go, "Yeah, probably." Like, I just clear the mechanism and I'm back to it. Like, yeah. And she goes, "Hey, and she says whatever the manager's name, and she calls the manager on the little headpiece.
Yeah.
And the manager comes over and she's like, "This client, this guy, or this customer has a concern about the bedding."
Yeah.
And you can immediately tell why the manager is the manager. So she comes over and she's like, "Sir, how can I help you?" And I go, "Well, I feel like I'm using this bedding all wrong."
Yeah.
And she goes, very similar. They're both trained the same way. "Can you walk me through how you're using the bedding?" And I go, "Yeah, so I normally use the whole bag." And she goes, "Okay, stop right there. That seems excessive."
That's a lot of bedding.
And I was like, "Right." And then I wake up in the morning and she kind of tilts her head and I go, and I wake up in the morning and it's just everywhere. It's all up in my beard. I'm really scratchy. And I don't know if I'm putting this underneath the sheets or if I should put it on top of the sheets, this bedding. And she's like, "Sir, you are not putting this on your bed." And I was, "Well, yeah, it's bedding. I Googled where to find bedding and they sent me here." And I thought it was kind of weird. I didn't realize that the pet store carries bedding. She goes, "Sir, this is for like bunnies or guinea pigs or something. Look at the bag, sir." She's calling me out, right? And I'm like, "For like a bunny? Like a rabbit?" And she's like, "Yes, it says right here, great for adult rabbits."
Yeah.
And I go, "Well, I didn't read that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make my bed more comfortable." She's like, "Sir, go to a mattress store." And I'm like, "Oh gosh, why didn't I think about that?" And then she's like, "Wait." And she looks at, because her cashier's just dying. Like laughing. She is dying. But she's calling me out on everything.
Yeah.
Right? Rightfully so. Somebody needs to smack some sense into this guy. And so she looks at her gal and she looks back at me and she goes, "Oh, I fucking hate you guys." And she walked away because she knew. She's like, "We'd been had it." She was like, "That was epic." And I looked at the gal and I said, "You don't know this, but this entire thing is huge. And I'm going to tell you that I'm a recovering alcoholic.
Yeah.
And I've been having troubles interacting with people like this. And this is normally what I do. I'm a fun guy.
Yeah, you're a social guy.
I'm a social guy. Yeah. We're going to talk some shit. We're going to tell some jokes. Yeah. We're going to play a couple pranks.
Yeah.
And, in good taste, in good humor. It's going to be self-deprecating stuff. Like, I'm the idiot who's using this on my bed.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going to admit that to make, and I was like, and I haven't been able to do this in like 6 months. And she was like, no way. And she was like, you come back here anytime. So now I am a customer for life of the PetSmart, and they do have great deals on bedding.
Yeah.
But to get back to the story loop and this tangent I went on, how I treat my rabbit, the guy eats better than I do, number one. And number two, I upgraded. He's got this really good lavender paper bedding now.
Oh,
it's softer.
Nice.
It's nice. So the pine stuff, he loves, but he would kick it all out and, he'd try to get comfortable. And now he just lays on this lavender stuff all day. He's never kicked any of it out. It absorbs the urine really well. And it'll be a product of the week. It should be. It's a segue to the product of the week, but it's not. But that was a good product. I highly stand by it. PetSmart, or is it PetSmart? Oh.
I think it's PetSmart.
No, that's not the right. Is it it's a PetSmart or PetSmart? It's a great pet store. Great deals on bedding. And they're good sports.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that the leadership is in the leadership position because she can make a decision. And she flat out called me on my nonsense, and I loved it. And they had good times. So I'm glad to have you back, because I haven't told that story to somebody in a long time. That happened. That was about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. So celebrated 2 years sober back in October. Yesterday was 2 years no cigarettes. Yep. We're coming up on 2 years of no nicotine in the next 2 months, because I used those Zyn pouches and then I quit those.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost a full month of no energy drinks. Have you guys noticed that in the past few episodes I haven't had an energy drink that I'm slurping down?
Yeah.
So we're doing a bunch of stuff.
So you're doing a whole body cleanse.
Yeah. And then every time that I cleanse something new in the body, I go to PetSmart and I tell them a joke about my rabbit. Yeah, this one is going to be, you just passed the bar.
I love it. Oh my God, yes.
I'm going to show him this picture. This was on his graduation day.
Yes, I love that.
They're going to be like, sir, you are too much. But again, glad to have your back. Your last visit, it hit over 100 YouTube views in under 2 days. It was insane. I'm super impressed. And so we went out to breakfast again. We've gone out to breakfast a couple times, and I said I want to do an episode about breakfast. So today's hill that I am prepared to die on is unpopular opinion. Breakfast is better than any dinner you can think of. Any dinner. It doesn't matter. Think of your favorite dinner right now. The worst breakfast is better than the best dinner. Period. Fight me. Jenny, what do you think?
Well, I like cheeseburgers. But breakfast is a very important part of the day.
I can't knock that, because arguably cheeseburgers are my all-time favorite food. But that I can have a breakfast cheeseburger. You put an egg on it.
You can.
And I do put an egg on it a lot, and that's fun. But the reality is that in terms of the meal,
yes,
cheeseburgers are my favorite individual item. But in terms of the meal and how breakfast is structured and starting the day with it, etc., that's my favorite all time. Period. Fight me. Not putting anything list together. This is a Schaafy opinion, unpopular opinion. But I have, how we do it on Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals, which my sister Barb, shout out to Barb, told me that's a really long title on Christmas. She's just going to give it to you straight. She's like the manager at the PetSmart. It's like, sir, you're not sleeping on this animal bedding.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, totally. It's bedding.
And you used far too much.
Way too much. Okay, that seems excessive, but go on. She was like, okay, I think I figured out part of your problem. Yeah. But go on. So she told me, she's like, that's a really long title. And I go, yeah, right. It's kind of aimed that way. You're going to find it by typing in a long thing. But on Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals, we like to give 3 talking points to kind of back up my statement. And I call this a short and sticky history of breakfast. Earlier, I had a bunch of syrup all over. I was in there. I was washing it all off. I was like, how did I get syrup up my sleeve? Like I had syrup everywhere. But to prove my point, we're looking at why breakfast is my personal favorite. Now, Jenny, did you know that humans used to be breakfast haters?
I did not know that.
Yep. Haters gonna hate. And they used to be the Romans. This is actually my first point. So the Romans and the gluttony myth. So the listener, Kyle, the Romans were obsessed with discipline and bodily control. They believed that eating more than one substantial meal a day was not only unhealthy, but physically unclean. And basically, their whole vibe surrounding that was they viewed breakfast as a sign of weakness. So if you woke up and you immediately needed a snack, you were essentially seen as someone who lacked the stoicism to conquer an empire. You were a weakling. You were not ready. Like, oh, you got to wake up and you got to eat something.
Yeah.
No, you're weak. You can't go and conquer this nation with us, right? So their whole entire fact behind that at the time, these medical writers of the time, this Roman medical writer named Galen, Galen. I'll mispronounce everything. Basically suggested that digestion was the digestion of breakfast. You can't stack it on top of your food that was still digesting from dinner, right? So their whole thing was digestion was a process of cooking food inside the stomach. So if you added breakfast on top of last night's undigested dinner, you were overfilling the pot. So imagine, as they said, trying to conquer a nation while your stomach is growling louder than the war horns. And so that was their whole entire thing. They're like, breakfast is, if you need to get that
no, I don't.
you can put that on speakerphone. We can put them on the show. We can say, hey, you're on the podcast. We're talking about breakfast. What do you feel about bacon? No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to embarrass you.
I don't even eat bacon.
Right. You don't fuck with that swine. And that's fine. Is there a reason behind it? Is it because they're unclean animals? Is it a religious thing? What is it? Do you want to talk about that?
It just makes me sick.
It just makes you sick,
yeah.
Which is a good idea and a good reason to not eat bacon.
Yeah.
All of the other ideas and all the other reasons I just gave are perfectly acceptable as well. I think that yours kind of overshadows all of those because you're like, I can't eat it because it hurts my tum-tum. Yeah. So you would be viewed as somebody very strong because the Romans would be like, hey, we have all this bacon before we go into battle. And you'd be like, I don't touch this stuff. Like, that's not for me, dog. Yeah. It's a no for me, dog. Yeah. American Idol.
I love that.
Well, and that's good. I unfortunately love bacon. Now, here's the problem. It absolutely fucks my stomach up too, but I eat it all the time. And
I've had a couple of people tell me that.
Yeah, because we're just weak people. The Romans would not like us. They would love you, and they're like, we're taking her into battle. But that Schaafy guy, him and his bedding, his pine shavings, and his rabbit. The guy owns a rabbit. He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see the bar. Let me see it's a different bar. It's a bunny bar.
It's a bunny bar.
It's a bunny bar, yeah. Yeah, it's totally different than any bar. But so that's my kind of proof right now is the Romans. So anything that the Romans did, they were all about conquering nations. They were probably not right. So I kind of say that my point is right and breakfast is awesome because they didn't like it.
Well, that and they were probably hangry.
Oh my gosh. What? I think you've uncovered it. They looked at it as a whole entire gluttony thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're going into battle all the time because they are hangry.
Yeah. Let's finish killing these assholes so we can go eat.
We could have just hooked them up with a blueberry muffin. Could have given them a blueberry muffin, and they could have just maybe just had a peace treaty.
Yeah.
They didn't have to conquer all these nations. That's incredible. Speaking of blueberry muffins, and Kyle is not going to like that I tell this story, but the year was about 2006, and we were down in Dallas, Texas, and Kyle and I and our buddy Shane, shout out to Shane, and our buddy Ryan, shout out to Ryan. We were all down at this big training for Best Buy down in Dallas, Texas, because we were getting the Magnolia store in that big giant remodel. When you go into the Best Buy, on the right-hand side is that Magnolia Hi-Fi store, right?
Yeah.
Inside the Best Buy. So we were awarded that as one of the stores in the nation because, number one, Best Buy had bought Magnolia, which is a Seattle-based hi-fi company. Yeah. But if you had one of the top home theater departments in the nation, you got that whole redesign. And I was the home theater senior. Kyle was our supervisor at the time. And we had been one of the leading home theater departments in the entire nation. So we were awarded that remodel. So we got flown down for a week. We were down in Dallas doing this whole training on how to train and the art of the demo and how to help clients in this Magnolia way and how to really identify our clients better and just work with them. A really good training.
Yeah.
And on the last day, Kyle ate this blueberry muffin and it turned in his stomach like right away. And he was pooping and barfing on the plane ride home, and he was miserable. I've never seen somebody more sick. Like, and I've seen people in the hospital. I was in the hospital yesterday. There was a bunch of sick people.
Yeah.
But like Kyle was on an airplane trying to get home sick. Yeah. He said at one point, why am I telling this story? Kyle's like, why are you telling that story? I know he's listening to this mowing his lawn, and he's like, why are you telling that story? Or he's doing something. He's washing the windows of his house. Sorry, Kyle, I had to tell this story. But I asked him, hey, man, how was that? And he's like, it's coming out of both ends, man.
Oh, my
God. Speaking about breakfast. So talking point 2, thank you, Kyle. Hey, I tell a lot of self-deprecating humor on Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals. Sometimes I got to rope in my listeners as well. Kyle's like, well, you just lost the listener. I'm going to watch the ticker on the Spotify go down. Yeah.
So much for those 100 views.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be 99. I got 99 views, and Kyle's going to be like, you know what you did. You know what you did. Think about it. Well, moving forward, sorry, Kyle had to do it. My second point is that, and this is kind of crazy. So breakfast really came on board during the Industrial Revolution and what we call the rise of the clock. So before the 1800s, people ate whenever their chores allowed. Basically, when they got hungry in between chores, that's when they ate. But once the factory whistle became the boss, and these factories were being built for the Industrial Revolution, breakfast became a mandatory pit stop. So basically, the idea behind that is laborers were moving from farms where you might graze all day to dark, soot-filled factories where you work 12-hour shifts. So if you didn't load up on calories and carbo load at 5 a.m., you were literally going to pass out in the loom or in one of the machines or something like that. Yeah. Like you had to get your energy and you had to have sustenance before you started the day.
Yeah.
The food. So this is really where the full English and heavy American breakfasts were born. If you go to England and you have them make you a full English breakfast, have you seen what they look like?
No. Is it like a full plate of like potatoes and ham and
all of it?
Eggs.
All of it. Eggs and hams and sausages and tons of potatoes and gravies and et cetera, and all of that. And so that's where it wasn't about brunch vibes. It was about survival. This is also where coffee became the industrial lubricant for the human worker. So, and you and I were coffee drinkers.
Yeah.
We drank, like she brought us a pot at the homestead.
Yeah.
She brought us a pot and we drank the whole thing. I think she had to refill.
She refilled it for us. I was like, we gotta refill.
And then we almost drank that one. And I like a little creamer. I showed you how to make the Tacoma latte.
Yeah.
It's really simple. You know how like everything in Tacoma is kind of nice, but it's Tacoma nice.
Yeah.
And there's a couple comedians out there. I'm not stealing anybody's bits, but and I don't know the exact comedian's name, but he talks about things being Tacoma nice. Like it's a pretty nice truck, but it's got a big dent down the side. It's Tacoma nice, right? So I make a thing called the Tacoma latte, and all it is just basic like Folger's ass, fucking coffee, or whatever coffee you got at the restaurant, and just a half and half. And all you do is you bite the little bottom of the half and half thing, and you squeeze a little foam out of the half and half. You swirl it around, and it creates a little foam on top of the coffee, and I call it the Tacoma latte. And I showed Jenni G how to make that today, and she was impressed.
I always put my creamer in first. I always use 1 sugar, and I use like 3 creamers. And then I pour in my coffee.
And then
I stir it.
You know why that's awesome? Because it pre-stirs everything. It infuses it.
Yeah.
It infuses it all in there. And I can't punch a hole in your logic there. I think it's brilliant. I put it on top and make a foam thing. And then it was funny because Jenni was like, oh, are you going to do like a smiley face or a leaf?
Yeah.
And I think they're like, when I say this is a Tacoma latte. No. The answer is no. I'm not going to do any of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the whole pot.
Yeah.
And then when I wake up, I'm going to have coffee in my beard. This is how that works. Freaking hilarious. What drives me crazy about breakfast, which is also the irony of why, okay, it's my personal favorite. But there's this huge irony because everything in the world that we love, it's not just this innate love. things are pushed on us.
Yeah.
Right? Through marketing and concepts. And people are good at marketing. And they're good at making us like things.
Yeah.
And making us think that we want and need things.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know, and this is my third talking point, is that this is the marketing conspiracy. This is the grape nuts era. So we've been brainwashed by the most important meal slogan, which didn't come from a doctor. It came from a marketing department. You might not know this. There weren't doctors saying breakfast is the most important meal of the day. This literally, the culprit of this in 1944, General Foods, who was the maker of grape nuts, launched a campaign called Eat a Good Breakfast, Do a Better Job. They sent pamphlets to every radio station and school in America. They were starting to brainwash people. The result, and let's be honest, it was a genius move to sell box cereal, which was a relatively new invention in 1944, right? They linked breakfast to patriotism and productivity during the war. How many times I've talked about a whole bunch of different things. How do we unite the nation? How do we get this going, right? Holy crap. We go back to my Thanksgiving Day episode, and the reason why Thanksgiving was incorporated by President Abraham Lincoln was during the Civil War.
Yeah.
He wanted to unite the nation by offering a day of Thanksgiving. This is happening, and that promotes patriotism. So, and we see it. I don't even have to get into all the shit we see today, but this is so crazy. Breakfast came from this, the most important meal of the day. So that's the whole ironic piece, is that we call it an unpopular opinion, but we are actually just fans of a very successful 80-year-old PR stunt.
Yeah.
But you know me, if the lie tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
yeah,
I don't want the truth.
I have a story about the
Go
grape
on.
nuts when I was a kid.
Grape nuts
Because
story.
of the commercial, I wanted grape nuts so bad, and I remember begging for the cereal. And I remember my biological mom was like, "If we buy that for you, you're eating that. Like, you're eating the whole box." And I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. I want that."
And how did that turn out?
It was disgusting. And the lady that lived behind us had a bunny, and so every morning I would wake up and I would pour a bowl of this cereal and I'd go across the street
and give it to the rabbit.
I'd feed it to the rabbit.
And look at us now. Rabbits are becoming lawyers because they eat grape nuts. Had we just eaten grape nuts when we were kids, we wouldn't be trying to sleep on pine bedding like the rabbits.
But if you did not know this about grape nuts, and I did not know this, you can pour milk in it and you put it in the microwave and you warm it up. It makes it softer, and it's actually...
I was not aware of that.
It makes it taste a little better.
And I'm like a lot of people, when I think of grape nuts, I remember the commercials, and I remember thinking that it tasted like grapes and nuts.
That's why I think I wanted it.
And that's the whole thing. And so that was Jerry Seinfeld's bit, right? Yeah. Seinfeld had the whole bit like, what's up with cereal? What's up with grape nuts? There's no grapes. There's no nuts. That was like his whole bit. That was like, that started the whole Seinfeld show, a show about nothing, right? And based upon his stand-up. I was the same way. I swear I thought it was going to taste like grape nuts. I think that my folks were like, it doesn't. Yeah. We're not getting it.
Oh, yeah. And Eileen was like, if we get that, you're eating that.
Yeah. They're like, okay, just to let you know, this is more like rabbit food.
Yeah.
And you're going to find out why. You got to eat the whole thing.
I don't even know if it's even healthy for rabbits. I'm assuming it is. There's no sugar in it.
I don't know. I can tell you that I'm going to find out. And if it is, Dustin's going to get a box of grape nuts in his stocking. I didn't get Dustin anything for Christmas. You know why? He doesn't know it's Christmas.
I was going to say he probably doesn't even know it's Christmas.
He has no clue it's Christmas. He looked at me. I was taking the tree down, and he looked at me, and he was like, "Oh, that's going away." I remember you putting that up last year too. Maybe he's figuring it out. Oh, there's something about that tree that I got to look at that sometimes it has a lot of lights. Dustin likes to watch TV.
I cannot believe you already took down your tree. My tree will probably not come down until the middle of January.
Here's what I did. It was 5:30 or 6 p.m. I had gotten home from the hospital, and I took the tree down and I put it in its storage bag that I have, because I have a fake tree.
Yeah.
And I took all the lights off, etc. I packed it all back and all this stuff. It's going to go out in the garage today. And I press play on Stranger Things. And I'm getting caught up because the new episodes came out yesterday at 5 p.m.
Do you decorate for Valentine's?
No.
No?
Valentine's Day is stupid. I'm a single guy.
Oh, is it?
What am I going to do on Valentine's Day?
What do they call that? Like a Hallmark day for
single guys to be sad with their pet rabbit. I was talking to my buddy Wade yesterday. Shout out Wade, love you, buddy. And I was telling him, I sent him all these pictures of me and my rabbit together, and I was like, wait, I'm lonely, man. I'm lonely. I just sent one of my best friends a bunch of pictures of me holding a rabbit.
I love that.
Yeah, that's me. But that's a good segue for us to have a real heart to heart. And it has nothing to do with me being lonely. Maybe it does. Maybe it all it all comes back. But I need to get deep. Okay. So we've gone to breakfast a couple times in this past month. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Twice to be exact. Mm-hmm. And we have played it by the book. We show up, we order coffees and waters, we order something that they are famous for, right? We eat, we laugh, we eat, we laugh, etc. Wash, rinse, repeat. We aren't difficult. I think, and this is my heart to heart, is that I think that people who go to restaurants and make a billion special requests are actually insane and incredibly rude. And I'm talking about the can I get the omelet, but with no eggs and extra sadness people, right? The ones that are making all these special requests. Look, a restaurant is a business with a vision. They offer a product. If I go to a Ford dealership, I don't ask them to put an electric Tesla motor in a Ford F-150 and paint it the color of my childhood trauma, which is gray. The gray of hypervigilance, for those that are wondering at home. If Kyle was wondering what the color of my childhood trauma is, it's gray. So they sell what they sell. Restaurants sell what they sell. These chefs and these cooks, they've spent years perfecting a dish, and you come in, can I get the Eggs Benedict, but swap the hollandaise for ketchup and the ham for a side of lukewarm whatever? No, they don't do it for everyone, period. Eat what's on the menu or stay in your own kitchen and ruin your own food. Don't ask for all these special requests. And this is what really gets me, though. It's the entitlement for me. Just say you don't like the chef's art and go to McDonald's. We went to the Homestead today, which is just a staple in Tacoma. And I know that people listening here in Tacoma are like, the Homestead is dope. Mm-hmm. We went to the Waffle Stop a couple weeks back. Incredible stuff. I asked today for hash browns. She asked me, do you want home fries or hash browns? And I asked for hash browns. And what came out?
She gave you the potatoes.
She gave me the taters.
You're like, wait,
the home
did
fries.
I get potatoes or did I ask for the hash browns?
And I asked very nicely. I felt like I was being very polite. I was like, did I ask for home fries? Because then I was gaslighting myself. I was starting to feel crazy. Like, did I ask for that? I thought it, because then she handed you a big plate of hash browns.
Yeah.
And they were perfect golden and they looked amazing.
They were really good.
And I didn't eat those. I didn't like reach over and eat any of yours out of purpose. So standing on my laurel. Yeah. But here's the thing. She goes, let me check. And she looks at what she had written down and she confirmed that I had asked for hash browns. I didn't make a big deal about it.
Yeah.
Not at all. I said, you don't even have to bring the hash browns out.
Yeah.
You mentioned.
I just kind of felt like she should have just brought them out just anyway, because you
just surprised me with them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you ordered the hash browns, so you're expecting hash browns, and then you look at your plate and you're like, oh wait, did I order potatoes? Because I wanted the hash browns. You literally even said I wanted the hash browns.
Yeah, I did want the hash browns. But I was looking forward. That was like what I came there for. No, I went there for an omelet.
It was still amazing food, but yeah.
It was. Well, we ordered something that was famous, right? We got one of their cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
The big cinnamon rolls. We split that. I was like, we ordered it like an appetizer and we freaking waxed it.
Yes.
It was so good. So go to the Homestead. Anytime you go to a restaurant, if they're known for something, if they're advertising something, if it's like under a special light and it's like, look at this, get it.
Yeah.
Get it. I talked about this in the pilot episode of Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals that you can only find on YouTube. There's a pilot episode. It was over an hour long. Yeah. And it was just me. And it had like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song and etc. And it was the pilot.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
it's a good episode. And I talk about people who rank food, and they do this online. And they're like, I went to the Shake Shack and I got the burger and the fries. Oh, the fries were mid.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you went to Shake Shack. You get a shake when you're at, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Who cares if the fries, they're not known for their fries.
Yeah.
Did you get the blackberry shake? Because that shit hits every time.
Every time, yeah.
And they didn't get it, and they rate it, and they're in their car, and they're smacking on the food because nobody wants to go in and eat in the restaurant today, even though the homestead was packed. It was dope.
Yeah.
Those are our people.
Yeah.
Every walk of life was in there.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to get what they're famous for.
Yeah.
Get it. And be nice.
Yes.
You're coming to them, man. Could you imagine if you invited somebody over to your house for food, right? And they started making like tons of special requests? Look, I would ask them, hey, is there any special request?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And then they show up, because that's the thing. Check the menu before you go somewhere, or don't go.
Yeah.
And just be ready. If you have a bunch of special requests that you go to a restaurant all the time and you ask for,
yeah,
start checking menus and see if they have
that's
it.
like me. I don't eat pork. So like for me, whenever anybody asks me over for dinner or something, I'm always like, hey, I don't eat pork because
because it hurts my stomach.
Yeah, you don't make it in somebody's house and then make pork chops for dinner and be like, sorry, actually, I really can't eat your food.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get you some Ziploc bags. And I want you to start putting the pork in the bag.
Act like I eat it.
And you can just drop it off in my mailbox. I'll eat it. But it's just so crazy. It's the entitlement of people. Like, and they brought me the wrong thing, and I didn't feel any type of way. I wasn't upset.
No.
I was like, okay, because people mess up. I mess up all the time. I'm a human being. I've built an entire podcast on my mess ups.
Yeah.
But it's just so crazy that people come in, and I'm not going to get mad at the lady. She wrote it down.
Yeah.
She did it right. We don't have to find. And so actually, I do agree with you. She could have found a solution for it, but I told her, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I let her off the hook. It was fine. You know, the root cause, we don't have to worry about the root cause. We now know what it is because she had it written down. She transferred it she passed the football off.
Yeah.
Now, when she got it, she could have also said, hey guys, this was supposed to be it was busy.
Yeah.
There was a ton of people in the homestead at 8:30 a.m. today.
Yeah.
It's the day after Christmas. It's Friday. We ain't got no job. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. We both got jobs. We both have jobs.
Both have jobs.
We both have jobs. We mentioned our employers earlier in this. Like, don't fire me. So I wasn't in a bad mood, but there are people that will yell and they want things their way and they're entitled and they're just kind of pieces of shit. And it freaks me out. If you don't like what people offer, and you know what their excuse is, I'm paying money for this.
Yeah.
Okay. They aren't catering to you because you're not their demographic.
Yeah.
If this is a fucking pork restaurant, Jenny's not going to come in there and be like, can you guys give me some chicken though? And they're like, man, we don't have any chicken on the menu. Like, it's called the pork stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a pig killing a chicken on the side. Like, why would you think? Oh, I thought that it was killing the chicken for like a side for me. No, like, why are you this way? And I have a story about this. You know that Schaafy is guilty with the stories, right? This was a few years ago. I want to say 2020, 2021-ish, right? Still in the middle of kind of COVID-y, right? We were in the middle of COVID. And I have a friend, I'm not going to name her name, but she came over and she's a very entitled person. I don't think that she listens to this podcast, regardless if she does. She is a very entitled person. She's extremely intelligent, which is very scary because she uses it to her advantage, right? To manipulate people and get what she wants and et cetera, et cetera. And I don't really see her too much. If you're listening and you know this is you, then whatever. You know it's you. Clearly, there's something wrong there knowing that you know. We're sitting down and she was like, you know what sounds amazing right now? Jersey Mike's. And I was like, you're right. Jersey Mike's always sounds amazing. I would eat Jersey Mike's for breakfast, which going back to breakfast is amazing because you can eat breakfast for any meal of the day and it's always breakfast. You have breakfast for dinner, right? And it's breakfast. If you eat dinner for breakfast, you're not eating dinner, you're eating breakfast. Right. Yes. See? Right. Breakfast for lunch. They have a whole thing about that. You were asking me about it earlier. What's brunch? It's brunch. It's breakfast and lunch together. And typically comes with a side of mimosa.
Yeah.
And when I was drinking mimosas back in the day, in my heyday, we had a plan. And it was one of my best friends. I'm not going to name names. She's been on the show. Everybody knows it's Amber. But about 15 years ago, Amber and I made a concoction, and it was called the mimosa of all time. And it was 9 parts champagne and 1 part OJ. Just a splash at the top, just to change the color. It was a very long time ago. We've both grown. We're adults now. It's fun. Love you, Amber. She's going to be like, you need to edit that. Sorry, Amber. I'm so sorry. So this friend comes over. She's like, we should order Jersey Mike's. And I'm like, okay, let's DoorDash the Jersey Mike's. And so I start going on there, and she's like, can you get extra pickles? And I'm like, well, yeah, you can. There's a button for extra pickles. And she goes, no, like, I want like a handful of pickles. And I'm like, well, this is their program. This is what they offer. They do it this way for convenience and speed and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. And you kind of have to pick. She goes, no, you can call them. And I go, we're door dashing. We're not going to call the restaurant and ask them. I was like, I'm not going to do that. And ask them to put a handful of pickles. It's not an option on the menu for them to give you a handful of pickles. She's like, I do it all the time. And I'm like, no, do not. I'm not calling them. I place the order with extra pickles. I write a note. Yeah. I was like, let's put in a special request. Let's ask them. Can you please put a lot of pickles, like a handful of pickles in a bag, please? Yeah. Et cetera, et cetera. So I place the order. It's on its way. She gets on her phone and she calls the Jersey Mike's and she goes, we just put in a DoorDash order. It's under Schaafy. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we got it. Okay. Yeah. Can you please put a handful of pickles in there? And I can hear the guy over the thing. Yeah. And he's going, ma'am, that's not an option. We don't do that. She goes, but you have the pickle. Like, you could just do it. And I get it. Closed mouths don't get fed. But she's just so entitled. She's like getting irate with them. Yeah. Like, you need to do this. Like, we're giving you good money. I was like, whoa, that's my money you're playing with. Yeah. She hangs up. She's like, they said they would do it after an argument. Yeah. And I was like, they are definitely spitting in our sandwiches.
That's how I was just thinking.
Just 110%. Yeah. And I was like, you have ruined this entire experience for me. Yeah. I was like, that was so uncouth. Like, that was horrible. Yeah. Like, why would you do that? And then you started, just degrading the person. Yeah. Because what? You're intelligent and you're an asshole? That's messed up. Yeah. And I'm telling you, and I ate the sandwich, but I guarantee they spit on it. Like, something happened.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Absolutely. But those are the types of people. Don't be the extra pickle person. Yeah. You don't have to be this crazy jerk.
Well, you can ask still, and if they say no, then that's fine.
Right.
But don't be all, well, they did it for me last time. Okay, well, that was the last waitress, okay?
And that was them going out of their way to do a special. Now you're entitled and you think that it should happen all the time. Yeah. It bugs me, Jenny. I feel some type of way about it right now. I'm just going to do my breathing.
I would be embarrassed too, though. Because I'm more of a, let's all have a good time. Like, let's not ruin somebody's day over something small.
Right. And there's somebody there that is always, they're not satisfied. Yeah. They're just never satisfied with what they get and they always have to ask for more and more and more. And that's the give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Yeah. Oh, yes. That's 100% true. I got a buddy, and I'm not going to say his name. I don't think that he listens to the podcast or even knows that I have a podcast, but it doesn't matter. And I'm not trying to, upset. Look, his name is Jeff. And Jeff, I love Jeff. I've known him for a long time, over 20 years now. And Jeff always, but I've had this conversation. He knows that this kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. Yeah. No matter where we go, he asks for something free. It's in his nature that he's got to test the limits. He has to do it. Yeah. He has to. And then here's the thing. If they give him one, he continuously asks for until more. They say no. I've literally seen a lady hand us 4 Frosties through the car door window at the drive-thru at Wendy's because she gave him one. Yeah. And the way that he did it was funny and it was cool. And it was, she was like, oh, I got to see this. He goes, he's got a deep voice.
Yeah.
Can I have a Frosty? And she's like, oh, did you order one? He goes, no, can I like have one for free? And she goes, no. And he goes, oh, I like to dip my fries in it. And she goes, what? And this is before everybody was doing that.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I dip my fries in it. It's like a dip for me. And she goes, what? She goes, I'm going to give you a small Frosty just because I want to see this happen. So she hands us the food. She gives us a little tiny cup Frosty and he grabs some fries and he does it and he eats it. And he goes, can I have another one? My friend likes to do it too. And she goes, you guys are funny. And now we're laughing. And it's fun. And she hands another one. He goes, and I got a friend at home. And she goes, oh, and now you can kind of see like, okay, bud, don't press your luck. And then he asked for a fourth. And she was like, okay, listen, I shouldn't have given you the first one, but just fucking take it and get out of my drive-thru.
Yeah.
Like, and now she's pissed. And he was like, oh, that was awesome. I was like, dude, you just kind of burnt that bridge. Like, that lady was not happy.
Yeah.
And we went
it was a good time. And then you ruined it at the end.
Yeah. The whole hot dog fiasco. We went to the movie theater and he was asking the manager for a free hot dog. And she gave him one. He was like, and my buddy too. And she was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, no, you got to pay for this stuff. And it makes you feel really uncomfortable because he's always just like asking. And I don't know, it's just part of his nature.
Yeah.
It's just who he is. I can't tell you whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's both. He gets us a lot of free shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it embarrasses you too.
It embarrasses me because I'm happy with paying.
Yeah.
I don't have to get a discount on everything in life. I like to spend the money that I've earned.
Yeah. Especially like when I have friends that are starting businesses or if they're out like, starting new things or like working for new companies. Like I like to go and support that. And I don't ever ask for a discount.
Right.
And then when they try to give it to me, I'm like, no, don't do that.
Right.
Like I'm here supporting you. Like I don't want the discount.
Let me pay.
Yeah.
I want to support your business. Yeah. I want to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just these entitlement of the people.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But I digress. Look, if that's who you are, be that person. Just know that Jenny and I don't want to go to the homestead with you. We're going to bring Dustin.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, it sounds like Jeff would have got us a free meal though.
Jeff would have walked
He would have been like, we asked for hash browns. You gave us potatoes. So this meal needs to be free now. He
would have walked out of there with that instance of that happening.
Yeah.
And his name would have been on the deed to the place. He would have fucking owned the place. Like all of a sudden his name would have been on the trademark for the fucking cinnamon roll.
I love that.
Like seriously, he would have reacted to
that. I would have ruined his day.
No, he would have pounced on it. He would have saw that as weakness, a chink in their armor. And so that's the thing. He's good at that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. He's one of the great, he's the guy who taught me sales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was my first, what I call sales trainer.
Oh, okay.
And he's the man who taught me. And here's the thing. And he's also one of the reasons why I was a shady salesperson earlier on in my career before I realized that what's best for the client is best for the company.
Yeah.
And it's a selfish level. It's a selfishness.
Yeah.
It's when salespeople get all about the money and they stop putting the client's needs ahead of their own. It's two different types of selling out of your own pocket. One, you're selling out of your own pocket. You're trying to sell somebody something because you make money on it and a lot of money on it. Or two, you sell out of your own pocket. Like you try to sell them something cheaper because you can't afford it. So you think they can't afford it. But it's a lot of that former one that I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is that selling somebody something just because you make money and you're just trying to sell them on it.
Yeah.
Which in certain aspects of life are 100% acceptable, especially if they're assholes. You get guys in the industry that you're working in that come in and they're flaunting their money all the time. So I told you flat out, you need to sell every single one of them one of those electronic dolls.
Yes.
100%.
I don't sell like that though. I like to sell based on what customers are looking for because this is how I feel. If I talk about a product and I know it's a crap product, right? And I'm like talking about it like it's the best product in the world because, I'm going to make a lot of money off. I'm going to get, extra spiff on it. Are you going to come back and buy from me when you get home and that product's crap?
No,
you're not going to come back and trust me because I literally just sold you off of something that I'm going to get a spiff on. So my thing is just making sure everybody's happy what they leave with because they're going to come back and see me.
I agree with you. Yeah. That's how you build a frequency and retention. And that's what keeps retail alive.
Yeah.
Frequency and retention.
Yeah.
100%. But we know what we want when we go to places. And so
Mhm.
I'm lucky enough that like when I go there, I knew that I wanted an omelet. I just didn't know which one I wanted.
Yeah.
Right. You knew you wanted a waffle.
Yeah.
So you got a waffle.
Mhm.
Right. And so we were happy campers. I was perfectly okay with the fact that they didn't bring me my hash browns. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be upset and throw a fit. It is what it is. But chefs also, they know what they're doing. And this brings us to the product of the week. And it's not something fancy that I bought off of TikTok shop or something Tacoma nice, right?
I love that.
Which is my whole thing,
Mhm.
right? We're headed back to Tacoma out on Proctor Avenue for the product of the week. The Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals. Product of the week is the Waffle Stops waffle
I love
that we
place.
had last week. I've decided that I wanted to make this the product of the week because I feel that people should try the waffles at the Waffle Stop.
Mhm.
They are really good. These waffles, also, you can quote me on this. If heaven was a carb, it would be found on Proctor Avenue.
Mhm.
Schaafy, 2025. These waffles are world class. You agree with me?
They are like literally a donut waffle.
Oh, I love donuts. That's
They're
another amazing breakfast food. I know somebody in the donut industry.
Oh.
She is an avid listener of the show. Hello, Kat. We love you, Kat. We love you with everything. Say hi to Kat.
Hi, Kat.
Yeah, Kat with a K. We absolutely love you. We love your sister. We love you guys to the depths, and she gives me donuts.
Does she make them?
Her company makes them, but she makes them.
Oh.
I'm not going to mention where she works because then everybody's going to try to go there. And then I don't, and that's fine. They're doing fine as is, but I don't need a bunch of people going and bugging my friend Kat.
I love that.
Okay. I pay for the donuts I get.
Yeah.
She has hooked me up before because she's really, really nice. I tell her she doesn't always have to be that nice. So I do like to pay.
Yeah.
She took really good care of me. One time I went there, I got the coffee, the biggest coffee I can get, and it was a little cold. It was, in the afternoon, and I wanted a coffee. Of course, the coffee's cold, right? It wasn't bright and early in the morning. And I told her about it in a very nice way, and she was like, unacceptable. You come back and you get fucking hot coffee.
Yeah.
And I came back, she gave me an amazing hot coffee. So shout out to Kat. You brought up donuts, and I'm like freaking out because I have somebody on the inside.
Oh.
I have a donut expert.
After the podcast, you're gonna have to tell me about that.
I'm gonna tell you everything about it. I'm gonna tell you one-on-one. So Kat, look out because Jenni G's coming in hot.
Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna come and she's gonna be like, Schaafy told me to show up. She would take care of you. I know she would. And those donuts are world class as well. They make all different types. But the waffles at the Waffle Stop, they aren't just waffles. In my opinion, they're structural masterpieces. They're crispy on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
They're fluffy enough to be a pillow on the inside. And so whether you're getting the pearl sugar crunch or something savory, I had the chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. They do a pearl sugar waffle with the chicken and waffles. So you get the savory with the sweet. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
It's, for lack of a better term, a religious experience. If you go there and try to make a special request to change the batter, Dustin S. Bunny will personally find you. Don't go in there and start saying, but can you do this? No, they do it this way because it's tried, true, and tested, and people freaking love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of it. I'm tired of everybody trying to change what everybody does. That's their product that they put out there. And that's our product of the week. Waffle Stop is dope.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
They have a blueberry lemon waffle. That's amazing.
Oh, just everything there.
And their cheesecake waffle is amazing too.
I didn't know what to pick. I was a little overwhelmed with the waffle selection once I was there. So I'm a creature of, again, if you're going to go somewhere, get something they're famous for. Mm-hmm. And they had the chicken and waffles and lights on the menu, right? Which tells you that, hey, this is something that they're known for.
Yeah.
So I got that. What did you get when we were there?
I got the blueberry lemon waffle.
The blueberry lemon waffle.
Because they have a chicken sausage. It's really good.
No pork. Don't put that swine on her plate.
Nope. But they offer that.
They did. And you were like, I don't fuck with swine.
Yeah.
I don't mess with that swine.
Yeah.
That's just incredible stuff. I love it. Don't make any special requests. That's our product of the week. That's our I can't believe that we've been talking for an hour.
Has it already been an hour?
It's already been an hour.
That went fast.
Well, I was gonna drop it. That's what she said, but we don't want to admit that. Hey, they got pills for that now, folks. After that. So, but it's good. We can make this. This is the season finale.
Yeah.
We can make it go it should be like an hour and a half long.
We can go longer.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have a little smoke and a pancake. No,
yes.
Neither one of us smoke. And then we're going to play the theme song, and then we'll be back and we'll have our closing segment on People Are Talking, and talking about people. So we want to thank you again for listening, and stick around after that theme song.
Unpopular Opinion, that's the name of the show. Hosted by Schaafy and some pals that he knows. We'll have a heart-to-heart, so tune in and subscribe. It's Unpopular Opinion and a hell of a vibe. Love it or dislike it, it's all just the same, because Unpopular Opinion is there in the name.
No, that is not me on the drums. That was a drum loop, but I did hit the button that does fills, and it went, and I was like, that's a great fill. But people are talking about people, and it all ties back to the table, right? Breakfast isn't just about the eggs, or as we love, the waffles. Mm-hmm. In particular, at the waffle stop. The waffle at the homestead looked really good too. Everything at the homestead's good.
Yeah, it was really good. They actually had fresh strawberries.
Ooh, fresh. Mm-hmm. And I told you, I'd let you in on my master plan of what I'm going to do. Okay. What we're currently, should I let the world in on the master plan?
No.
No? Oh, okay. I'm not going to tell you guys the master plan. We will wait until it's there.
Yeah, I think we should wait till it's there.
There's going to be something that is really funny that happens, and we'll let you in. So stick around for season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, cliffhanger. You're good at this. Okay, thank you. But breakfast isn't just about the eggs or the waffles at the waffle stop. It's about the act of sharing a start to the day. It's the only meal where, in my opinion, my unpopular opinion, where everyone is still just a little bit honest because they're too tired to lie.
Yeah.
I have a theory that the lies flow around the dinner table.
Yeah.
But not so much around the breakfast table. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're just waking up and you can't think of anything.
You're just waking up. You can't think. You haven't been through a day of bullshit that you want to, recreate. You haven't been, because what happens, like when we're at the dinner table, and I dated a gal one time. I used to have a girlfriend. It happened. And we sat around the dinner table, and she would say, "Tell me about your day." Or I would say, "Do you want to hear about my day?" And she would say, "Tell me everything." And that's where I got that from. And if she ever listens, I doubt she does, but she's going to be like, "He stole that from me." I'm giving you credit. I'm not going to say your name. She's married now anyways. So I would tell her everything. And it wasn't that it was filled with lies. It was filled with exaggerations, because I wanted to give her my perspective of things, how they happened throughout the day. So I'm not lying about things, but I'm just kind of, ad-libbing some things and making it a little bit of an entertainment. That's what I do. I live in this comedy fiction world. It's fine. But that's kind of my theory, is that we're a little bit more honest at the breakfast table.
Yeah.
So when we get out and we go to breakfast, I love that way better than let's go to lunch or let's grab a dinner. Because we could just be ourselves and just have a good time. Mm-hmm. And that's when you see the true people, especially when they are really tired, right? They're like, okay, well, hey, I'm tired. I'm beat. I am myself, because this is all I can afford to give you right now.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just waking up. Let me get some coffee in me, and then the lies will start flowing. Right. I'll kick it into gear. I'll spin you some yarn.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Jersey Mike's and the extra pickles fiasco of 2021. That shit happens during the dinner table. But if we can sit across from each other, pass the maple syrup, and respect the chef's vision, maybe we can do that in the real world too. And we should care about everyone, not just the people who look like us or love like us. And whether you're a pancake person or a waffle person, or whether you're Jenni G or me, or even a legal-minded rabbit, we're all just trying to get fed. Be kind. Don't ask for substitutions in life, and go get some breakfast. What do you have to say to that?
I love the part that you said everybody should love one another, get along, respect each other.
Yes.
But yeah, no, breakfast is the most important part of the day.
And we know this as a fact because of a marketing team from 1945.
But it starts your day. It starts conversation.
I agree with you. And I think that spending, to your point, to piggyback on it, spending that time first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
If you have the time to spend with somebody and you wake up, and whether you're a morning person or not, I wouldn't consider myself to necessarily be a morning person.
Mm-hmm.
But we made a plan to go to breakfast at this time, etc. We were a little late. Who cares?
I'm always late.
Fair enough. I was up and I was like, hey, you ready? And you're like, sure. Yeah.
I'm like 15 more minutes.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, do your thing. I was just farting around. But it's a great way to start the day if you're able to do it with a friend, a family member, a loved one, anybody.
Yeah.
And just spend the time. If you're not a morning person, I get it. Maybe you don't want to be social in that moment, and that's fine. Just hang out with each other.
Yeah.
Start the day with somebody. I live in a very solo, lonely world. And I create this vision and have a podcast, a comedy fiction podcast where my rabbit is a lawyer.
Yeah.
My rabbit is not a lawyer. Rabbits can't be lawyers. There's no bunny bar that they can pass, right? But it's funny. It's a joke. I made a picture of him. He's wearing a bow tie. He's got a briefcase. Yeah. It's the bunny files.
Yeah.
Right? We care about a hair.
Yeah.
That's a slogan. But look, anytime I get to spend with a breakfast with one of my friends I've known since kindergarten, man, that makes the whole day better.
It really does.
It's just incredible. Look, we're killing it. We're killing this podcast right now. People at home, they're listening and they're like, they're killing this episode.
Hopefully.
And if you don't like it, Kyle's still pissed. He's like, dude, he told the blueberry story, bro. Why did you tell the blueberry muffin story?
And it probably wasn't even the blueberry muffin.
So he will be the first to tell you that. It wasn't the blueberry muffin. It probably the fact that they all went out the night before.
That's what it was.
And there's that. But you can easily, and to pun intended, the blueberry muffin was just low-hanging fruit. So we appreciate you being a listener. We're so glad that we're able to spend this breakfast time with you. You know, if you listen to the podcast as you're eating breakfast, share that time with us. Come on to Unpopular Opinion. We're going to see you next season. Hopefully it's a New Year's episode. That's when the new season's going to begin. We know we're going to get Papa Schaafy on here. That's going to be incredible.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Jenni G's definitely going to be back.
I'll be back.
She can't freaking stay away from the spotlight. 2 days, I was like, yo, your episode hit 100 views on YouTube. And she's like, yeah, what's the next Unpopular Opinion? And I was like, damn, you're addicted to the fame already? 100 people love us.
It was a great time. I had fun.
Well, I'm glad. I want to thank you. I have a gift. Holy cow. You got to entertain the group.
I ate all of my Christmas trees all by myself last time.
Did you?
I did.
Well, guess what? Hold on. I got a gift. I'm sorry. We're dropping everything. I forgot the gift in here. I have it for you. Oh my gosh. Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals. Sorry.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Why did I not have it just hidden? Okay. As we know, every time that somebody comes on to Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals, they get a little gift. And we know that it's the holiday season. And we know we almost killed our buddy Jeff with these Christmas tree cakes, which, by the way, Jeff, we love you again. He's an avid listener. He loves the show.
Hi, Jeff.
He loves that you were on the episode. He was really excited about that. He said, don't worry, you're all good. The Christmas cakes didn't kill me. So as you're a returning guest, I appreciate you. So you do get a box of the Christmas cakes, but I took it one step better, and now you get the North Pole Nutty Buddies by Little Debbie's. These are individually wrapped. I'm not gonna lie to you. Those are the greatest thing in the world. I got a box of them. I think they're better than the Christmas tree cakes, which is kind of blasphemous. Those are incredible.
I love these.
Yeah. So Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. Thank you for being my pal and sharing the love of breakfast. And so much so that we made a podcast about it.
I know.
Like, what do you guys talk about in your podcast? Breakfast. What do you talk about in your podcast? I don't have a podcast. Well, maybe you should get one and talk about breakfast. I don't know. So we want to thank you, the fans. Thanks to the listeners. Thank you for all around the world. Thank you for my listeners in Montana. Hi. We're in Montana. And thank you for my listener in Arkansas, Naomi. I love you. And thanks for Kat, my donut expert.
Everybody in Pensacola.
Hi, Pensacola. All the people, all my new subscribers in Pensacola and just everywhere. And we want to wish you a happy holidays because there's a ton of holidays. We want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Anything that you celebrate, we love, and you have that freedom. We appreciate that. And Happy New Year. And we will see you next year on season 2 of Unpopular Opinion with Schaafy and Pals. Schaafy and Jenni out.